Hello people. Do you hate submarines because you have no idea where they are when you play a game? Do you hate subs because you often have to spend your DCP on pings but still end up in flames and taking multiple torpedoes? If any of those answers are yes, then you probably clicked on the right video. I propose to you the best way to dodge submarine torpedoes as a destroyer, cruiser, or battleship. After this video and with enough practice, you should be able to dodge torpedoes without relying too much on your DCP and can eventually either deal with the submarine or get out of the submarine's effective range. To quickly explain how this works, imagine yourself on a school bus. You're more likely to throw up sitting in the back than in the front. In ships, it's kind of the opposite since the rudder's in the back and the bow usually is the one getting pushed around. So theoretically, since the ship's bow moves the most drastically, you want the submarine's ping over there. But honestly, I still don't recommend chasing submarines even if you master this technique. Submarines have so much flexibility, they can go underwater, go undetected, and it's just difficult to take one out by yourself. In order to evade your submarine taxes, I'll go through all the steps you need to know, along with tips for each surface ship class. Until the torpedoes are spotted and you are still being pinged by the submarine, try to make the pings land on your stern. This is very important since the further away the ping is from the center of your ship, the easier it is to dodge the torpedoes. If the double ping's location is at least a third of a ship's length away from your stern, then you should probably consider DCPing or try to let the sub re-ping your stern. The easiest way to ensure the pings land on your stern is to point it at the enemy submarine, but try not to show broadside to enemy crossfire. After spotting the torpedoes, turn half rudder to one side and turn the other way when the torps stop chasing you. And to tell whether a torpedo is still chasing or not, I highly recommend you download a mod that is called Advanced Torpedo Marker on Aslan's mod. It tells you when the submarine torpedo stops chasing you, when the square indicator disappears. And it works really well with today's tip along with some other mods if you find interesting. So please make sure that you get it. I have the link down in the description. So this maneuver gives the torpedo the least amount of time to react to your turn, while also moving you away from your original path because the torpedo is chasing your stern. To simplify that, it's better that you run away instead of crashing into the torpedo. Do keep in mind that if your ship's as long as a baguette, overturning may cause you to turn back into the torpedoes and eat them. So for larger ships, releasing your rudder would probably just be enough. Now let's talk about tips for each individual ship class. Starting with battleships, taking the skill Vigilance can detect magnetic torps before they start chasing you, which provides you more time to lead the torps away from your ship. Heavy and large cruisers are clumsier and subject to sub-torps. I recommend taking Last Stand if you have spare points in case the torpedo decides to disable your rudder or engine, and only DCP if you're sure that you aren't going to be taking the torpedoes. The fact that most DDs and light cruisers have only depth charges and die to basically any type of crossfire makes submarine hunting with these two classes often a suicide mission. Your best bet is probably trying to go dark and then using your DCP. If you can't, then well, good luck with that. But do not fear.
I got you, homie!
Keep the pings on your bow and run full speed in the submarine's direction. When you spot a torpedo, turn one way and then slow down and eventually turn the other way to duke the torpedo. This works better on agile destroyers, and by agile destroyers I mean good at turning, not fast ones. Ships like Kleber and other Russian DDs can barely do this with the help of engine boost since their handling is really terrible. Just look at this graph. Although DDs are more maneuverable, the torpedoes stop chasing battleships and cruisers much earlier. And that should be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching and your patience for waiting for this video to come out. It's been a month since I last uploaded. I'm actually preparing to go to stay in New Jersey for July and August, but for now I'm still going to be a bit busy. Nonetheless, thank you guys for watching. If you find this helpful, please share it to your friends that still bother playing WoWs, and not those that have left the game. Bless them. And I'll see you guys in the next video, or you can catch me on Twitch. I'll see you, lads.